Good morning, everyone. This is the continuation of our report in the social cultural influence in the 17th century France. I'm Mr. Aliandre B. Estrera. So in 17th century France, the socio-cultural landscape was defined by the transition towards absolute monarchy under Louis XIV, and there were a rigid class hierarchy, and that was discussed already, and it's called the ancient regime. At this era, we witnessed the rise of French cultural influence, the consolidation of absolute monarchy, and the flourishing of classical arts and literature, while also grappling with social and cultural crises. In the 17th century France, the socio-cultural situation was defined by the complex interplay between social structure, power, and cultural production. And literature was really shaped by the royal patronage, King Louis XIV. So because of his influence, most of the influence nourished were all about arts, literature, music, and different philosophy. So there were also religious influence at that time. There were time na nagkaroon ng parang discourse among the beliefs of the commoners and the elite people. But since they still managed to survive from this conflict, there were also class division in culture. So as discussed last time, because of this hierarchy, they were divided. The commoners can only perform their religious beliefs in some local churches. Unlike the elite, they can go to royal gatherings and higher gatherings. There were also, since though they have different dialects, and there was a regional diversity in dialect, they were managed to develop a common and national language. Like in Philippines, we have different dialects, but we have our national language, Filipino. So the 17th century France was a period of remarkable transformation and cultural flourishing, marked by the reign of Louis XIV and the rise of absolutism. This era, literature and philosophy, as the country became a center of European influence, from the opulent courts of Versailles to the intellectual salons of Paris. 17th century France laid the groundwork for modern thought and aesthetic, shaping not only its own destiny but also that of the continent. So the development at that time really influenced us people today. So there are remarkable works in arts, literature, and music that are still popular and very very popular nowadays. That was because of the influence of the people in that time in Paris. So as we delve into vibrant epoch, we uncover the intricate tapestry of power, creativity, and societal change that defined an age of greatness. So that time, this era is so great that even today, many of us see the work in France very amazingly, right? Excuse me. So in the 17th century France, defined by classical art, literature, advancement, and philosophy, influence of absolutism under Louis XIV, fostering a rich cultural environment. So the the, the French are sensitive to early friendliness. Ito na po yung nagkaroon sila ng common or centralized language because of the needs to adapt with the technological and influence in Paris as a capital before. So they developed the word, a polite word that became very popular in the whole world, and it is bonjour. So it is a greetings from morning to night, and lately it can change to bonsoir and in the evening. So like in Filipino, there are so many polite words that make us identified as Filipino, right? Like opo, the word opo, which is yes, in a very polite word to show our to show our courtesy to some elders and some of our friends. We say opo. So here, this bonjour word became the cornerstone of politeness. So the socio-cultural dynamics of 17th century France created powerful, lasting, and ultimately contradictory legacy, and proving that the socio-cultural lives of people at that time in France were very rich. So yun na po, they were able to forge French identity. So because of their arts and philosophy, the degree of their greatness in philosophy created enduring institutions, and they were able to sow seeds of future conflict and also establish a global cultural model. So we model their works, right? Some of their works are very great and affect our lives as Filipino also, right? So yon. So in the era marked by rapid technologies and advancement and shifting cultural landscapes, literature and philosophy stand at the forefront of a revolutionary transformation. Thought-provoking narratives and innovative philosophical discourses are increasingly challenging. So the traditional frameworks inviting readers and thinkers alike to explore new dimensions of existence. This dynamic interplay between the written word and philosophical inquiry fosters a rich tapestry of ideas that reflect the complexities of modern life. So very convincing that the sociocultural influence of the 17th century, where we are so influenced of this in our life today, encouraging us to question our assumptions and embrace diverse perspective. So the vibrant tapestry of 17th century France is woven with threads of artistic innovation. Dito yung mga kanilang influence in arts, political, cultural, and that continue to resonate today. This era not only shaped the future of French society but also laid the groundwork of modern Europe, influencing everything from literature and philosophy to art and governance. So as we reflect on this transformative period, it becomes clear that the legacy of 17th century France is a testament to the enduring power of creativity and complexity of human experience. So we really need to learn from them, but we have to learn only the good ones so that we can use in our daily life. The most valuable thing is to be a good person. That's all, and thank you.